In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install Retroarch on the Android operating system, which is on the Orange Pi PC Plus. So the Orange Pi PC Plus has a image of Android operating system on its eMMC storage device. So if you boot the Orange Pi PC Plus without a micro SD card, you're going to boot into the Android operating system, which is on the eMMC memory. So basically, these are the tools that you're going to need to get this done. You need a Orange Pi PC Plus. You need a flash drive. This is where you're going to put your ROMs and BIOS files. And you could use a keyboard and mouse touchpad like this, and you will need a USB controller just like that. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a Logitech F310, but that's the one that I used in this video. And if you use a separate mouse and keyboard, then you're going to need a USB hub like this, because the Orange Pi PC only has 3 USB 2.0 ports. So that's what you'll need. And as for the software that you'll need to get the Retroarch operating system here. This is Retroarch's website. You go to download. From here, you go to Android, which is here. And the Orange Pi PC is Orange Pi PC Plus is a 32-bit, has a 32-bit processor. So you need to download the 32-bit version of Android. Like that. Just download it. And after you finish downloading it, go to your USB drive. For me, it's right here. I made a directory called Retroarch, and I put my file in there. So you're going to need to open this file when you go into the Android operating system. Put it in there, just like that. I already did. And also, this is optional. You could download this thing that I made. It's called RetroPie USB.bat. It's not harmful or anything. You could download it and use it. So the drive is iDrive. Here it is. I'm going to run it. It's not harmful or anything. Let me show you. So what this thing does, or script does, is basically copy all the files for RetroPie. This enables you to mount this in a RetroPie Linux operating system. And you could use it for this as well. It serves two purposes. I can mount this on my RetroPie PC single board computer. That's why I made it. I made this. Now I could put all the BIOS files in here, which I did. Which you're going to use later. You could put all your BIOS files in there. You could put all your ROM files in here. The arcade is for Mame. On this one, I put PlayStation 1 games in here. And PC Engine is NEC PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16. I put it all in there as well. And I have another USB drive, which I use the script also. So all you do is you just use a script like this. Where's the flash drive? It's iDrive. It says right here, iDrive. I create USB retro files. I already have it in there, so it just tells me that it has everything in there. It's not going to copy it again. One to exit, and that's it. Just put whatever ROMs you want in this, and when you go to the Android operating system on the Orange Pi PC Plus, you could access the ROM files in here, and you could also connect it to the BIOS files, which you'll need later. So I'll leave these links in the video descriptions below if you're interested. And now I'm going to go to my Orange Pi PC. So I'm just going to eject this. And I'll see you later. Okay, now I'm on Android on my Orange Pi PC Plus. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to local. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right there. So I have my mouse and keyboard connected to my SBC, and you can use the mouse and click on local. There, I could use my keyboard also. Go to USB. This is where I put that Retroarch Android file. You just click on this and install it. I already installed it, but you just click on it and that's it. I'm gonna cancel because I already installed it. So cancel. So you could just install it from there. I'm gonna press escape, get out of that. If you haven't changed the language from English to Chinese, first go to settings here. Go to let me use the key controller. Okay, input and language. Go there. You could change the language here. To whatever you want. Mine is US English. And my Retroarch is installed. However, you need a mouse in order to execute the program. Just click on the mouse like that. This isn't how it's originally set up, but I'm going to show you how you could change it to this. Go to settings, go to user interface, menu is an ozone. In order for you to get the settings, you have to restart it. Go back. This is how it's set up originally. When you first go here, just go press left again with your D-pad. Go to user interface. I think it's the X or Y button. Go to appearance and you can change it here. Change it to ozone. Press left, quit, and go back to Retroarch. And now I got this. This is the one that I prefer. This format. And the first thing you want to do is you want to go to input and set your controls. First it was set at 5. I changed it to 2 maximum users. And go to port 1 controls, and you could map out the controls here. The way it is set up, it's not going to be correct, so you're going to have to set it up here manually. I think you press X or Y and then you could change it. So I'm going to press up with my D-pad, down with my D-pad, and just follow directions. You have to press it for a couple of seconds. A. B. Top. X. Y. Select. Start. Left L1, R1, L2, R2, and you have to do this to set the controls. L3 is a analog button on the left. R3 is an analog button on the right. These are the analog controls. Up, down, left, right, analog right up, analog right down, analog left, right left, analog right, and that's it. So now I'm going to go back, and the next thing I want to do here is I want to set the menu controls, no, the hotkeys. So toggle controller combo, I selected start select. So the start select will get me into the menu. And if you have a keyboard, escape, pressing escape 2 times will enable you to quit. So I think that's about it for that. Next thing you want to set is a configuration. So save configuration on put should be enabled. Everything else is just on default. I didn't change it. So now you just go here, quit, and everything should be saved. Go back. Next thing you want to do is you want to load a core. If you don't have the cores already, you gotta go download it. See what I want to get. Gonna get MSX. I'm gonna get Nintendo, Game Boy. I don't know what's good. I like this one. I got the other cores like the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, and others. But I'll just get other Nintendo cores as well. Okay, that's it. So these are the cores that I have installed. I got the Sony PlayStation 1, Super Nintendo, SNEX 9X, NES Famicom, Nestopia, NES Famicom, FCEUMM, Game Boy Advance, MGBA, NEC PC Engine, Beetle PCE Fast, MSX, Blue Mac, MSX, DOSBox Pure, Arcade is a Mame Plus, and Arcade Mame 2003. So those are the ones that I have. So another thing you want to change is you want to change the directory. To do that, you just go to directory. Since there's no way to really move files in an Android operating system or connect to an Android operating system via Orange Pi PC Plus, the only way you can do this is by changing the BIOS directory. Just go here, press A, hold on, or X, and you go here, there, that's the root directory. So my USB drive or flash drive is already inserted into the SBC. So I go to MNT, USB host, go to storage 2. This is where my BIOS files are going to be. And all my BIOS files are here, so use this directory. Now my BIOS folder is set. This is going to change for me every time because I'm going to use a different USB flash drive, so I have to change it every time I use a different USB flash drive. So if I want to add games, I could do that too, to import content, scan directory, go here, go here again, go to USB host, storage 2. I'm going to select the NES folder for the Nintendo games. I don't have Nintendo games in this one. I forgot. It's the other one. This one has, I think, PlayStation games in it, or PC Engine games. That's right, this one. I already scanned this one. Kind of forget I have a lot of USB drives. I kind of like use it as a ROM cartridge thing. Okay, now it's done. Now I press B or A to get out. And then now I can see the PC Engine directory. I'm going to start a game, run this game. You could see the layout of the controls. This is because this is for Android, and Android is for tablet computers and smartphones. But I'm using a controller right now, as you can see. This is what I'm using. Okay, as you can see, that game ran okay. So I press start and select. That's the combination of buttons that enable me to get to this menu. I'm going to close that and go back, and I'm going to play some PlayStation games. So my BIOS files are in that USB drive, so I should not have any problems running PlayStation games, because I put all my BIOS files in there, including PlayStation BIOSes. So PSX is for PlayStation. Run this game. I think it's .CUE. This is the emulator I'm going to use, PlayStation. It's going to take a couple of seconds for it to load up. Press start.
Release. Well, let's do.
Prepare for Operation Starblade.
Final check procedure. Engine start. Release. Well, let's do target oculars.
This is Mothership. We are under attack. Impossible to navigate. Team Starblade, pursue and engage the fighters. Over.
Located enemy flagship commander. Pursue and engage.
Geosword, come in, Geosword. This is Team Leader. Take the right one, Geosword. I'll take the left one. Over.
Coordinate set. Enemy fleet has warped towards Red. Pursue and engage Red. Use.
Okay, that's enough. So let me get out of here. I'm going to leave. Now I'm going to put in another USB drive. I'm going to take the one that I have in there out already. So this is a USB drive that I just took out. This is a new one that I'm going to be sticking in. Okay, so I just stuck that one in. So now I want to import content. Well, I got to go back to BIOS. Directories. USB host. Storage 1. Use this directory. Okay, go back. I want to go to import content. Scan directory. You don't have to have it in this format, but I just did this because I could use this in Retro Pi as well. So you could have a different format or layout for how you put your files in there. This is the way I did it. Entirely up to you. NES, scan this directory. I have some NES games in here. This is going to take a little bit of time for it to finish because there's so many files in here. So while it's doing that, I could still run games. Just go back. Load content. So I want to play 1942, I could play it. Select this emulator. Okay, I want to get out, so start select, close content. I want to load another game. Go here, MNT again. So you go to the root directory of this operating system, go to MNT. I think that means mount USB host, this one. Gonna run a main game. Gonna go to arcade. Run 1943. Gonna run it with Mame, arcade Mame 2003. That one. Okay, so I'm going to get out, close. The reason why I want to scan the directories, have a folder like, have a playlist like PC Engine TurboGrafx, like right here, It's because I don't have to go through that procedure to load each game. I could just load it like here, just like that, which is a lot easier than going through load content, which takes a lot longer. Load another game. If you press the triangle button, you could just find what you want to find. I want to find Area 88. Loaded with Mame 2003. That one did not work. Okay. Search. Let's try this one, see if that works. Okay, that one did not work. Okay, bad news. Let's see if that works. Appears to be working. Okay. Select this to put in quarters. Start as the start.
Got it.
Okay, good enough. I'm gonna go out. So if you want to use the escape key, you can use escape. You have to press escape twice to quit, just like that. You could just quit. So my NES list wasn't totally completed. I guess it was just some of it was completed. Up to G. Try Gorilla War. I mean, Gradius. Okay, let me get out of here. So I'm gonna, you could reset also. You could go to, Go to core options. Change the video settings, like the aspect ratio and everything. Right now it's set at 8:7. You could change it to whatever you want. But I'm just leaving it on default because I don't have any problems with it. So I'm going to close that. So what I want to do now is I want to go to import content again, scan directory. Go to MNT, USB host, storage 1, ROMs, Sega Master System, just called Master System. Just get all the games here. There's not that many games in there, so it shouldn't take forever. This USB drive is not very fast. That's why it's taking a long time. I couldn't find faster USB drives because all the USB drives I have are being used for something else. So I could just find very old 16 gigabyte USB 2 drives, which I used in back in 2005 or 2006. So these are very old and slow. I think the read speed is about 16 megabytes. That's pretty darn slow. Okay, now it's done. So I'm gonna go back. Right now you can't see the Sega Master System thing, so I'm going to quit Retroarch, use the mouse and go back in and start this app. For some reason it's not here. Let's try something else. Manual scan. Content directory. Okay, system name. That's right, I didn't load the Sega Master System core. I'm gonna go to load core. That's why it's not there, okay. Download core. Sega. I think it's this one, Pico drive. That's the one I'm going to get. Download and install. And now let's try this again. That's why it wasn't showing. Now it's getting all the games. This is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, now it's almost done. Okay, so I'm going to go back. And I should see Master System, like right there. Search for the game. Okay, that runs. I think that's about it. Don't think there's anything else I want to show you. For some of these emulators, you need BIOS files for, like I think Sega Saturn, Sega CD, Sony PlayStation 1, Sega Dreamcast, MSX, NEC PC 88, NEC PC 98, and stuff like that. So next, I just want to do one more thing. I want to try running MSX games. I just want to import content. This is going to take a little bit of time because there's so many of them. So I'll skip through this. Now it's done. For MSX 1 and MSX 2, okay. But I don't have all the games in here. Weird. Do a manual scan. System is MSX. MSX1. Go to start scan. Now it's done. Guess we just don't have all of it in there. It's loaded individually then. Run that with MSX. It just crashed. Crashed again. I guess it doesn't work. Try MSX2 then. Still doesn't work. I'll try Super Nintendo next. See if that works. Okay, this is Area 88 or UN Squadron for the SNES. I guess for Super Famicom. It is a bit laggy, as you can hear and see. Okay, that's good enough. Let me try N64. That does not require a try to import content for N64. I didn't put the N64 emulator in here. I almost forgot. Okay. Try this emulator. Download and install that core. Okay, that's done. Go here, back, go here, back. N64, okay. See if this works or not. Didn't work, it crashed. I guess the Android emulator is not perfect. Try this. Crashed again. I don't think you need any special type of BIOS to run N64 games. They should just run without any BIOSes or anything. Okay, it crashed again. Because it just doesn't like it. So it doesn't like MSX and it doesn't like N64. Okay, that's it. So you saw how to configure and use the emulators for Retroarch. So basically that's all I wanted to show you today. For some reason you can't just use the A or B button to use Retroarch when you install it on Android. I guess that's because Android is an operating system that requires a touchpad, a touch screen, like on a smartphone or a tablet computer. The mouse does kind of like emulate that. So if you want to turn this off, it's quite simple. Show you how to do that right now. So back here, there's like a little button right there. Just push it. So I just pushed that button, and now this is the screen that I get. And you can just use your controller and press A or B, and that's it. I'm going to turn it off. So my thoughts on this on Retroarch on Android. I think it was a bit more laggy. I think it was laggier than Orange Pi, Retro Orange Pi, or Batacera or Laka. It was laggier than Laka, Batacera, and Retro Orange Pi for the Orange Pi PC Plus single board computer. So I wasn't really impressed with it. This was just I just wanted to see if you could install Retroarch on an Android operating system, which I did today, and that was the point of this video. So if you have any thoughts, you can leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.